Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today we have a fun art project from Meghan Glass, an art teacher from Pennsylvania. Hope you enjoy the video and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hi friends, I'm Meghan Glass. I'm an art teacher at Mercer Area Elementary School in Western Pennsylvania, and today we are going to be creating a really fun snowflake weaving. I hope you really like it.
For this project, you are going to want a pair of scissors, some yarn. I like to choose this variegated yarn that goes from one color to another. And then you'll need some white pipe cleaners. These are like half-size pipe cleaners, so pretty much two of them together would be one pipe cleaner. So you will need either 5 full-size pipe cleaners or 9 of these half-size pipe cleaners. As you can see, I have grouped the pipe cleaners into 3 groups of 3. So you want to have 3 that look like this, that way we can create that look of a snowflake. So what I did to create this was take 3 pipe cleaners together, and you're going to hold it in the center and take one hand and start to twist. So I'm twisting this side and then the opposite side. And you don't have to twist the whole way because, as you can see on this one, you're going to be separating those 3 at the very edge to give it that look of a snowflake. So once you have your 3 sets together, then you can stack these up. Now from here, you can either have an adult help you to hot glue them, or have someone help you kind of hold this together while you tie the knot. So I am just going to tie a knot around mine with the yarn. So you'll want to stack these up together so it's like a letter X, and then one that comes right down through the middle to give you that snowflake shape. You are going to want to cut yourself a lot of yarn, so that way you don't have to tie another piece to continue your weaving. If you don't have variegated yarn, you can use a couple different colors and just tie them together. Now, whenever you are cutting yarn, it is so tempting to want to just kind of unravel it, but really you want this little piece that's coming out from the center. So this kind of just pulls straight out. So I'm going to go ahead and get a good amount of yarn, pull this all out, cut it, and then I'm going to tie a knot around my center of my pipe cleaners. So to tie the knot, I have this yarn underneath, have my pipe cleaners lined up how I'd like them to be, and I'm going to just make a loop. So I'm crossing this over, making an X, pull this small piece underneath, and then pull it tight. And you can see that this kind of moves, but you can shift this around and then tie that nice and tight. We'll do a couple knots, that way this isn't going anywhere. And then I like to leave a little bit of slack at the end. Don't trim this just yet because we can use this to tie whenever we are finished with our weaving. So now I'm going to turn this way, that way the knot is on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to weave around each of these pieces of pipe cleaner to make our snowflake weaving. So what you're going to do is take the yarn, take it around and across to the next piece, around and across. So it's just a pattern, around, across to the next, around, across to the next. So you're going to kind of have to do this a few times before you get comfortable with it. So notice how I went around, across, around, across. Now, when you start to go back through these, you don't want to go right over top of where you already have yarn. You want to go right beside it. So around, across to the next, around, oops, across to the next. So I'm going to speed up the video, but feel free to pause the video so that way you can catch up to me. Okay, once you have your weaving all finished, you can see my snowflake got a little misshapen, of course, because it's pipe cleaners, it's so easy to fix. But before we worry about that, now we're going to go ahead and finish this off. So if you did this correctly, this is what the back should look like, which is just as interesting as the front. So now, whenever you trim this, you want to leave some space, that way we can tie this to that first piece that was in the center. So that way it's all knotted and completely finished and it won't unravel. So again, cross it like an X, and then you'll pull it through that loop. And I just like to tie mine into a knot a couple times so it's nice and tight. And then you can trim off the little bit of extra. And now I can kind of mess around with this a little bit so that way it looks exactly how I want it to be. So if you'd like, you can loop another piece of yarn around the top so that you can hang this somewhere. Some other suggestions are to spray your snowflake with some glue adhesive and shake a little glitter on the white parts to add a little bit of sparkle.
Thanks for joining me today. I really hope that you had a lot of fun making your snowflake weaving. Hope to see you again soon.